Hi, welcome. In this video, I'd like to take a minute to talk about one method that helps with part of the relational scripting process when you're working off of bringing a dog into positions, okay? That when you're doing this, especially when you're doing things like putting the dog into the sit position and creating these follower moments, you'll see these on my videos, it's helpful to count off, take a segment of say 20 seconds where the dog cannot move forward. It's got to stay in the sit position. Now you're working the script at that time, but really be intentional about making the dog wait. Impulse control, working on impulse control. And this is where, again, one of the techniques, the turnaround technique, is very helpful. And the dog is heavily invested into it could be another dog, person, whatever it is. This technique is very helpful to turn away or around, but not out of fear. It's just a method, and so it's important to always stay in a leadership frame of mind. And so by turning around, it actually helps you see the level of investment. The more desperate the dog is to kind of blow you off or get around to get a look in, the more you know that the dog has a very unhealthy way of connecting to whatever that is. And again, this is where, again, you can apply that same technique. Say, okay, it could be 20 seconds to start, or even 10 seconds, saying to yourself, that dog is not going to get a peek, get a look at whatever it is. I'm not going to let that dog get around on me. It doesn't mean you have to be harsh with the dog. You just have to be proactive, apply the method, and but really work off that. That's important to really gain good ground, is establish a basic framework to say, okay, whatever the time limit is, you can count off in your head 1001, 1002 as you're doing the method, to make sure that dog does not get turned around and is able to get a peek in on whatever it is. And then slowly start to turn slowly as the dog stays into the script longer. Then you can start to turn, angle more towards whatever it is. But this is where too you want to use this turnaround technique or angle off on the dog to give you an idea of what the investment level is. Sometimes, just the dog looking straight on, the dog is getting fulfilled that way, and suddenly the mind of the dog just kind of blows up. You're like, wow, I didn't see that coming. That was because the dog is gaining something just from the looking. It's gotten that bad. So this is where you want to kind of apply the test, kind of like a little bit of a litmus test to the dog's mind by turning a little bit. And it forces that dog's head to move to the side or all the way around. And then, you say, wow, I really know that dog is really trying to, seek out and invest. And that's a fade out. You're fading out of the picture. So the method fades you back in. And that's how the technique works. So anyway, just something to think about is to add a bit of a time, put a timer on in your head and time it off. That dog has to, stay in the position or face opposite and not get a peek in for a period of time. Thanks for watching.